Alright, we're gonna make this short, sweet, and to the point. The other day, we saw The Meg 2. The Trench. The Trench! So Aiden, what's the plot of The Meg 2, The Trench?
Jason Statham and the miscellaneous people go to the bottom of the Mariana Trench where Megs live. And some guy is mining rocks for some reason that I don't really understand. And then he blows up a thing, and then a bunch of people get eaten by little alligator things. And then they go to the surface, and there's a shootout. And then they go to Fun Islands, and the little alligator things eat a bunch of people, and a giant octopus smacks some people around, and the Megs do virtually nothing, and they're like the quad antagonists, whatever comes after tertiary behind the octopus, the alligators, and the guy with the gun.
Yep.
Connor, what'd you think of the Meg 2, The Trench?
I thought it sucked. I thought it was terrible. It still outranks the other half stars of the year. I think it outpaces Ant-Man and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I don't have recency bias. I will say that this movie is only in my top 5 worst of the year. Definitely not number 1. That said, it's friggin' awful, dude. Friggin' awful, dude. I don't know where to start. So, you know how in Thunderball they have the worst scenes in the James Bond franchise where James Bond kind of just swims at the bottom of the ocean slowly, and there's supposed to be these action scenes? It's the first half of this fucking movie. It's just Jason Statham swimming. Everybody's swimming. And then when they finally get to the beach, it's just these terrible looking CGI sharks jumping around eating nameless characters. And every character who dies in the first half of this boring ass movie. No one's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself to the shark. And also Jason Statham, for somebody who loves fucking aquatic creatures so much, he sure does like to fucking murder megalodons and fucking little just all these undiscovered critters are getting fucking slaughtered by Jason Statham.
Yeah, that giant octopus probably valuable for something.
Realistically, how dangerous would it be to keep the Meg alive?
Not very.
I'm questioning. Because, like, you think it would eat, like,
I mean, in the logic
fish and stuff. Like, it's not always going to eat humans. I don't get
in the logic of the movie, the megalodons are, like, super evil, super villain sharks that want to kill everything that moves. But in real life, if a megalodon popped up to the surface, it'd probably go, there's nothing up here, and go the fuck back down to eat whatever the hell it eats.
Right. So you got Jason Statham murdering endangered sea creatures. And the start of the movie is like Jason Statham loves the ocean. And he's like stopping people from dumping toxic waste in the ocean, garbage.
Under pressure. And the first 4 seconds of Dare by Gorillaz.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes of this movie has like 12 licensed songs. And they ran out of money for that shit because the rest of the movie just has a generic score.
No, once they get to Fun Island, they use the Chinese version of That's Not My Name.
That's true. I apologize.
And then it plays over the credits, too.
Oh, no. It's not a great movie. It's mostly shot in like a CGI hellscape.
Yeah, well.
Which, you know, that's pretty common these days. I don't know. I don't know what to add. You know, it just sucks. I don't have much to say. It just sucks. So Aiden, what did you think of the Meg?
Yeah, it sucks. The first half is a titanic waste of time where the main antagonist is people digging up rocks at the bottom of the Mariana Trench and there's really nothing going on, and it's just filler. And then when you finally get to the shark parts, it's just not that fun. The sharks are big cartoons, the octopus doesn't do anything. The sharks don't really do anything either. A lot of the action scenes, once they actually get to the island, are centered on these little blue cartoon crocodile things.
Which are the true threats.
Yeah. And then, once the action starts, it's basically exactly what you'd expect it is, which is a high-budget asylum shark movie.
Yes.
This movie needed to lean into the campiness Jason Statham has. It had to be the Furious 7 of shark movies. Because they set up a plot point in like the first 5 minutes about how one of the megalodons has been trained by the Asian guy. And then, this movie should have a scene where Jason Statham rides the megalodon and fights the giant octopus. But instead the payoff to that is that at the end the megalodon doesn't eat them and it just swims away. It's really lame. This movie should have been a Furious 7 tier farce and just gone full retard with it, and it just doesn't.
Also, it's been a while since I've gotten to say this, but this movie should have been 90 minutes.
This movie should have been 85 minutes and played on the Sci-Fi Channel with 5 ad breaks. 75 minutes,
but it stretched to 3 hours when you watch it on network television type of movie.
Yeah. It's really boring. It's really generic. It's essentially a moderately higher budget asylum movie. Also, everyone's terrible in this. Jason Statham is kind of just doing his normal thing, which is fine.
Statham is.
But everyone else around him, it doesn't matter. The Asians, the whites, the black guy, they're all speaking their lines phonetically like the Indian in Temple of Doom, where it feels like no one knows what they're actually saying, and everything just comes out as like phonetic gibberish that all sounds like paced wrong. It's very strange. I don't know what causes a movie to end up like that, in that manner. Like, I understand it for the Asian guy, the adult, because I think he's actually some Chinese actor, because like the first movie, they wanted to appeal to the Chinese with this. For everyone else, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Smart marketing will probably be the second highest grossing movie of the summer. I'm serious. It'll probably do quite well overseas.
I'm sure it's going to fucking kill in China, because everything kills in China if it's stupid. Except Black Panther.
Black
movies
Panther
with black
and Ranger Solo.
Yeah.
Ranger Solo.
I forgot about Ranger Solo.
They didn't even call it, they didn't even put Star Wars in the title, they just called it Ranger Solo.
No one gives a shit about Star Wars over there, so you might as well try to trick people into thinking it's like...
They literally had to trick people to think it was not Star Wars, just like they were trying to trick people into thinking there were no black people in The Force Awakens by cutting John Boyega from the poster.
I mean, they did the same with the Black Panther, too.
When they put the mask on?
It's just the mask. It's just the mask on his face. Like, the trailer cuts around all the black people, even though everyone in that movie's black.
Martin Short or whatever.
They show Martin Short and no one else.
Bilbo Baggins.
Anyway, it's super dumb, generic. It's an asylum movie that I saw in a theater.
Yep.
With Jason Statham. Anyway, Connor, would you recommend The Meg to Trench?
Absolutely not. I would not. Aiden, would you recommend The Meg 2?
No, it's definitely down there for this year.
Well, how the fuck did this
sticker.
get dug up for a sequel? Who's asking?
China.
And it's been like 7 or 8 years. It feels 6 years or something.
China.
Didn't the first one come out like 2017 or 18? Like it's been a fucking while.
I think it was 2018, but the first one killed in China.
We watched it in Duluth, so it was at least 5 years ago now.
I'm pretty sure it was 2018, but this movie fucking killed in China, dog.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Yeah, it's a stinker. It's a real bottom of the barrel alongside Ant-Man and shit kind of stinker.
Yep. See you guys next time for. I don't fucking know what's next.
Strays? No.
No. Oh, fucking. Unless we find something to squeeze in between, it's gonna be fucking Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah.
Which will be kind of a callback.
Neil Blomkamp.
Our first Drunkview was a Neil Blanc. Well, it was a new movie chat. It was a Neil Blomkamp. We're coming full circle.
Yeah.